What's up, guys? And no, this is not another GFO review. The last one will be tomorrow. But today, I have an extra special video for you. Now, if you didn't get a chance to catch up my short, I'm going to be ranking every single Nightmare on Elm Street movie. And I also have my Freddy Krueger door beer, and I also have my Freddy Krueger Funko Pop to go with the video. And I also have my Battles with GFO right now, because it is hot outside of my porch. Now, when the name Fred Krueger comes to mind, I think everybody knows the name, whether they've seen the movie or not. He's just that kind of an iconic character. And Freddy Krueger is definitely my favorite horror movie villain. Like, he can be torturing you and then, throw, one-liner joke out there. And that's what I also kind of like about the Nightmare movies. They have, a lot of comedy in them, mostly. And ever since 1984, he has been the face of nightmares. And how good are his movies? Let's see. Starting off with number 9. So if you didn't know, there's 9 Nightmare movies, including Freddy vs. Jason. And there's no Nightmare movie that I absolutely hate with all my guts. I love the franchise. There's just some that I love more than others, and some that are eh. So with that said, 9th place is going to Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. This movie is definitely a one of a kind. I watched all the movies the past 2 days, and it was a while since I watched part 5, and I didn't really like it. I thought it was weird and disgusting. No offense, but it was if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But there was some parts where I had to skip because it was too gross. Like the scene where Freddy's shoving the food in the girl's mouth. I couldn't watch that. I couldn't bear watching it. And there's also some stupid moments in there, yeah. I mean, I guess there's some good moments. I kind of like Super Freddy. And I like the fact that they brought back Alice in the 4th one. She definitely carried the movie from me not minding it, because I don't really mind it. It's just kind of disgusting from me hating it with all my guts, because that would have, there's a new character. And, okay, speaking of new characters, the friends that she has, they're exact copies of, the ones from the 4th one, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I don't really like it that much. Now, before I get to the 8th place, I know there's gonna be some movies that, if I put lower, you're gonna, love. So, these are just my opinions. So, if you for example, Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one more than me, then that's okay, because we all have different opinions. But number 8th place, is going to the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, which came out in 2010. Now, I see why people would play this in their last place, because it's not that great of a movie, but it's watchable for me, and it's not that disgusting as, Part 5, The Dream Child, even though, Freddy does some stuff. But he never shows it, so I don't care. I do think that the pharmacy scene towards the end was pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, I guess it's not that great of a movie. Now, number 7, I get a lot of people are gonna put this as their number 1 or at least top 5, but I'm not that big a fan of this movie. So with that said, number 7, some place is going to Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. It's just, for me, it took a while to get get used to the movie, and because it just, for me, it kind of started off slow. I mean, I guess it started going up again, but it's a weird movie for me. And I'm not saying that because the lead actor is gay. I'm not trying to, I'm not that, no. But, it's just the plot and the fact that Freddy's, inside someone. It's just not that amusing to me. It's just that, I'm not trying to be offensive, but some of the characters in there are, really, really stupid. And the acting's not that great for me either. I guess the only thing that that makes me watch it is Freddy. Freddy wasn't in it. No, that wouldn't be a movie for me. But it's not as terrible. Not as terrible as the other two. Hey, if you like the movie, that's okay. I'm not going to judge you. Remember, this is just my opinions. Alright, now it's time for 6th place. 6th place is going to Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. No, I actually don't mind this movie much. I get why people would put it lower. It's just, I kind of like it. And I don't know if you know this, but Johnny Depp was in a brief cameo in this movie. Speaking of cameos, there's like a lot of cameos in this movie. But it can be stupid at times. I'm not trying to offend Wes Craven, but I think they could have went for a better script for this movie. And some of the one-liners just didn't go for me that much. But yeah, Final Nightmare, not that bad of a movie. Now we're down to my top 5. So my top 5 are going to be some of these movies that I watch frequently or want to watch frequently. Like, if there's, like, a movie that I want to watch, like a Freddy Nightmare movie, I'll probably want to watch, like, one of these 5. So, let's get started. 5th place is going to Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Now, I remember hating this movie and putting it, like, in my last place when I was younger. But rewatching it, it's not that bad of a movie. Actually, I kind of like it. They introduced to us newer characters that we haven't seen before, like a karate teen, and he actually like kind of stands a chance against Freddy for a minute, and then you know what happens. But yeah, I actually like that they introduced like new characters, like characters that we mostly haven't seen before in the franchise. But I do wish the Christian that was in Part 3 was in Part 4, because I didn't really like the Part 4 one. And I did kind of find it confusing how Christian, like spread her powers to Alice, but and dare I say, Alice like kind of knows her powers more than Christian. Like she uses it more than Christian, because Christian, she only in the third one, she only used to do like backflips and stuff, but Alice uses it to do learn nunchucks and do actual karate moves like her brother. So yeah, guys, if you haven't seen Nightmare Part 4, I'd say you probably check it out. Now, number 4, 4th place, is going to Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I actually watched it for the first time yesterday, and I gotta say, I'm impressed. Oh my god, the cameo with Bob Shaye and Wes Craven. Oh my gosh. It was hard for me to take it all in. But I love what this movie did with, taking it from, the real world and making Freddy like this. Freddy's not, real. It's, it's hard to explain. Watch the movie. You'll understand more than me. Even though I prefer, Robert Englund's, the past 3 movies design, I don't mind, his design in this movie. It's not that bad. And if you rewatch it, you'll notice he only wears his hat for one scene. That's when he kills the babysitter in the hospital. But other than that, he doesn't wear his hat, which I'm fine with. And he has less one-liners, but I don't care. And the scene where he tries to put Dylan, I think that's his name, might be wrong, where he tries to put him in the mouth, where he his jaw extends and he tries to put him in the mouth. It's creepy. But yeah, guys, if you haven't seen Wes Craven's New Nightmare, you don't have to. I mean, I guess you should watch the first one before you see it, but I guess you don't have to you don't have to watch 2 and 3 to understand or watch this movie. Alright, top 3. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Alright, 3rd place is going to Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. Now we're talking the birth of Freddy Krueger in this movie. I mean, of course I love this movie. I love it with all my heart. It's just, there's some things I wish they would have done better. Okay, for one, I wish they wouldn't make that dad such a jerk. Because, in the first one, he didn't really listen to Nancy, even when she, tries to tell, even when she's, having an emotional breakdown. He doesn't really listen to her. He knows that, she's been having these dreams, and she won't tell him about Freddy. I know the parents were divorced, I think. I just wish that he was more loving to Nancy, because that would have been more my style, you know? And there's some moments where, like, there's some, like, dumb moments in this movie where, like, yeah, we know. And they kind of keep telling the story over and over again. But yeah, like I said, if this movie's all, like, mass, which it is right now, it's why I watched all of them. If it's on, like, something, and I'm bored and I want to watch a horror movie, it's probably one of the first ones I'll watch. But it does not compare to second place, which is Freddy vs. Jason. I know I'm gonna get some hate for this. I know there's some Freddy vs. Jason lovers, and I know that there's some Freddy vs. Jason haters. Like, a lot of them. So please do not come after me that I'm putting it in second place. It's hard. I tried to not love this movie. I tried. I cannot stop loving this movie. It's like the horror matchup of the century. It's perfect. It's a perfect movie. I can't stop loving it. It's like, I just love it. I just love it. And I'm not ashamed of it either. It's a perfect movie. A very underrated movie, in my opinion. Like, if you have not seen Freddy vs. Jason, what are you doing? This is like the horror matchup of the century, like I said. And the thing that put it lower is because, some of the acting is not that great, but come on. Freddy vs. Jason, a matchup, doing battle? What? And I don't really care that there's really no winner at the end. I just don't care. Like, this movie is just so perfect. I mean, seeing Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger one last time, that's all I could dream for. Get it? But I do wish it was a teeny bit longer. And I wish that, I get it why Jason would be, like, afraid of water, but come on. So yeah, guys, that was my second place. Now, for first place, the best nightmare movie ever, in my opinion. This first place is going to Dream Warriors, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. This movie is the first nightmare movie I've ever watched, and I still love it to this day. It does something so different from the others that I love it so much. It has, like, the teens having powers. Like, I literally wish I could do that. I wish Freddy Krueger was real just so I could have powers. Just so I could have the powers. And the CGI in this movie is, like, really good. Knowing it's, like, an 80s movie, I think. Yeah, it's an 80s movie. The CGI is, like, really, really good. And I believe it has the best plot in all the movies. Dream Warriors is always going to be my favorite. Even if, like, I want to put a different movie higher, Dream Warriors is always going to be my number one. Always. Like, if you came over to my house and told me to put on a nightmare movie, I'm going to legit put on Nightmare on Elm Street 3. But yeah, I believe this movie is the holy grail of Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So yeah. Alright, we're done, guys. Woo, okay. There we go. That is my ranking for all the nightmare movies. Now, I bet there is talk. I know there's been talk for, like, a remake or a movie about like Halloween where they brought back Jamie Lee Curtis. I actually really love it if they brought back Heather Langenkamp. And they just did, like, another nightmare movie with Robert Englund in it. Oh my god, it would be perfect. And I believe that they should do, like, a Nightmare on Elm Street movie remake of the third one alone. That would be, like, really perfect. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed my video, if you enjoyed my rankings, please consider subscribing, because it took me like 20 minutes to record, 20 minutes to, figure out what my rankings are. So please consider subscribing, leaving a like, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.